I don't think this video is going to be very controversial because even though I call you guys bigots, I think you're pretty open-minded people, so you won't get upset if I tell you that I watch left-wing channels. And you probably won't get upset if I tell you that I actually enjoy watching some left-wing channels. And I do this, and I encourage you to do this as well. If you want to be an educated person, try to see an issue from all sides. So try to see the arguments from your side and then see the arguments from the opposite side. Because otherwise, if you don't do this, you're just going to be indoctrinated. So you get a lot more of an experience. You understand a situation a lot better if you listen to both sides of the argument. And this is why I listen to a lot of left-wing channels. And as I mentioned before, Destiny is one of those channels that I actually enjoy listening to. He's the type of person that I disagree with, but I can respect the way he frames an argument. I can respect the way he proposes a question. And also, he's got charisma. So credit is where credit is due. Now, with that said, Destiny is actually considered to be a right-winger on Twitch. Like, if you talk with people on Twitch, they consider him to be a right-wing extremist. And I'm like bewildered, right? Because this says so much about the other content creators on Twitch. Like, I want you guys to imagine, if Destiny is the most right-wing you can get on that platform, imagine how a far leftist sounds like on Twitch. So recently, it doesn't come to my surprise that I see he got banned yet again. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually the 6th time that Twitch is molesting him. He even got demonetized recently because he said that what Kyle Rittenhouse did was self-defense before the trial. I mean, that was a very controversial opinion to have on Twitch. And he also suggested that maybe Americans shouldn't rob other Americans and shouldn't set fire to other Americans' businesses, and the government should prevent that from happening. That was incredibly controversial on Twitch at that point, so it goes to show you that the moderators on Twitch are encouraging those types of activities that Destiny stands against. But again, recently he got suspended. It's kind of difficult to know whether suspended means temporary, because the word suspended means that it's going to continue at some point, but you don't know with these social media platforms. Like, suspended can mean permanently, for life. And when it comes to Twitch, I gotta give props to YouTube. Now, YouTube is completely unfair. You know, you can wake up one day and you can find your entire channel deleted. They won't tell you why. It's almost impossible to reach a human being on the other side. You gotta have connections and know people that can elevate your concern to the proper individuals, right? But like, at least with YouTube, there is some method to the madness. Like, you can kind of figure out what you did wrong, and you kind of know. It's like, okay, well, I'm in a gray area. With Twitch, it's more like an IRC server back in the day where the moderators are mad with power and they can do whatever the fuck they want. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then just look at some of the people that Twitch trusts with power.
But I'm hanging in there, and I'm not going anywhere. I have power. They can't take it away from me. And honestly, you know, there are some people that should be afraid of me, and that they are, because I represent moderation and diversity, and I'm gonna come for hurtful, harmful people. If you're a really shitty person, I'm gonna stand up against you. Period. And Twitch is endorsing me to do that.
So they can kick people for whatever reasons they want. They can promote people for whatever reasons they want. If you're friends with the moderators, you can do whatever you want, and you won't get punished. In fact, this was leaked recently where you know that there are Twitch talents that can't be banned even if they do something bad, right? So Twitch is a complete oligarchy. It's not hypocrisy, it's hierarchy. Like, if you're in the correct picking order, if you're friends with the correct people, then you can do whatever you want. And if you're not friends with the correct people, you can get banned even because you're doing competition to a person that's favorited. Right? So, I mean, look here, just so you can understand. Destiny's most recent ban was on March 23, 2022, and there has been no official reason given for the streamer's sudden suspension, either from Destiny or from Twitch. So, in other words, like, you get banned, you don't know what you did. I mean, up till this day, we still don't know why Dr. Disrespect got banned. Other Twitch streamers don't know what he did either. Like, if I was a Twitch streamer and I wanted to learn something from what happened to Destiny, it's like, okay, I should avoid doing that. Because, like, most people, they want to play by the rules. And if you're a Twitch streamer and you're looking at this, like, okay, I don't want to do what Destiny did. I don't want to get banned. What are you going to learn? Well, what is the message being sent? You don't even know why he got banned. But what you do know is that one day it can happen to you. It's kind of like the Red Terror in the Soviet Union. You know, just keep your head down, don't talk about it, pretend you haven't seen it. So now people are speculating why this happened. And one of the most probable causes that people claim is because he has been streaming with Nick Fuentes. Now, Destiny actually became famous for debating people that he disagrees with. This was his entire shtick. This is what got his channel growing. But apparently now on Twitch, you can't do that. Like, if a person is being banned from Twitch, you're not allowed to show them on your live stream, even to debate them. And this is the level of bullshit that American culture is swimming in right now. You know, like, the people who create this type of ideas and who think this is normal cannot create a free society. Like, the only reason I think America is free right now is because of your ancestors, if you're American. Honest to God. Like, it's because you have the Constitution, because your ancestors wanted freedom. That is the reason you have freedom right now. If America was created today with this ideology, with this mentality, it would probably be the most authoritarian state the world has ever seen. Probably worse than China. So what do I mean by this? It's like, okay, so corporations get to decide someone that's persona non grata, and then you can't talk with them at all. Like, you're not allowed to show them, you're not allowed to do anything. And this is one of the reasons that I don't do debates anymore. And by the way, I love doing debates. I lived for debates. I enjoy talking with communists. I enjoy talking with people from the far right. I love challenging their ideas. I love putting my arguments on the table. And at the end of the day, it was fun. Because that's why you do it. You know, like, on the internet, you're not going to win debates just because you have facts and logic on your side. It's about charisma. It's about how you can formulate the argument. It's about getting a gotcha in there. You know, like, and that was fun. Like, people wanted to watch that. People enjoyed seeing that. But now you can't do it. You can't do it because if you do it, you can get banned. Do you know how many YouTubers are afraid of doing live streams now? Because you can have a guest on, and the guest can say something that you don't even agree with, and your entire channel gets banned. Now, that's how it is on YouTube. Now imagine how it is on Twitch. Like, on Twitch, it's even worse. Like, on Twitch, you need to probably keep a dossier with every single person that's on the bad sides of the moderators to know not to have them on. And it's absolutely disgusting. It's very fascistic. Again, like, I'm not saying that it is illegal, or I'm saying it's immoral. All right, like, it's immoral for a company to have this level of editorial influence on the creators. Like, why? What is going to happen? Like, there is absolutely no problem if someone has a debate with someone else. But like, Americans have rationalized themselves into being that censorship is the only option to save their democracy, I guess. Like, we need to have a democracy where everyone is informed, as long as the corporations allow them to get informed. Because let's be honest, where are people getting their news from? They're getting their news from content creators nowadays. You know, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. That's where the media is right now. That's where the people's press is located. Because back in the day, people like Destiny would probably create their own newspaper. And if anyone came up and said, hey, you need to censor your newspaper, you need to make sure you don't write about this guy, or the ink company isn't going to sell you ink anymore. I mean, that would have been unthinkable. People would call you a fascist, a communist, a Nazi. Like, well, what the fuck is... Like, only authoritarians try to control the newspapers. But now, because you have platforms like Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, no one is making those newspapers because it's not profitable. No one buys them. Like, everyone gets their news from Facebook. So now these companies realize that they have so much power in their hand. They have the power to censor and not be called for it. And they often work hand in hand with the government. Like, the government can launder censorship through the private companies so that the government can say, oh no, we didn't do anything. Like, for example, the White House, you know, they kind of issued to Spotify, like, hey, can you get rid of Joe Rogan? Hint, hint, wink, wink. Or when the White House went like, oh, well, the social media needs to do more to purge misinformation and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm sorry, but misinformation is still part of free speech. Like, no one would have said this 20 years ago about newspapers. Like, newspapers need to do more to get rid of misinformation. Like, that would have been fascistic. That's what the Nazis did. That's what Goebbels had. with the Lügenpresse and whatnot. What do you think that was about? In fact, that's what they do in China right now. And it's so bizarre to see American corporations embracing this mentality. And not only that, but like the people themselves cheering the American corporations from embracing the mentality. So this is why I'm saying that if America was created now with the people that are today, you would have an authoritarianism far worse than China. Like everything would be completely controlled. Every thought, every transaction, every idea would be under the control of the government. The only reason it's not like that now is because you have a constitution given to you by your forefathers. So that's why I made this video. It's very bewildering yet again to see Destiny. Destiny is not controversial, by the way. Like he's not causing harm to people in real life. I disagree with his ideology, but I don't think he's going to start a political movement that's going to sweep the land and change everyone's mind. Like he's harmless. Destiny is perfectly harmless, and he's getting banned. Okay. Let me know what you guys think. I know this video might be a little bit controversial, but I just get annoyed by it. You know, like I would like the internet to be as it used to be in 2016, where people could trash talk to each other, where people could do video responses, where we could have debates, where we could hold our positions. I mean, go watch the Destiny and Mr. Medicare video, right? Like there is a stream that Mr. Medicare and Destiny did. Very funny, very engaging, and it's more interesting to see it now in 2022 because that debate was from 2016, and you can see on how many points Destiny was right about and how many points Jim was right about. So you watch it with a different eyesight now that you're in the current year. But yeah, okay, sorry for wasting your time. Just had to get this off my chest, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care. Oh, and by the way, if you want to correct me on something, like if you disagree with me, I'll see you on my live stream. I'll actually read the chat. And if you guys have a different take on this, I'll talk about it on the live stream because, like, I'm willing to change my mind. Like, if you genuinely think that I'm wrong on this. But take into account, you know, like this idea, oh, well, like, Destiny is now getting purged. You know, the left is getting purged. Yeah, but they're being replaced by people that are far more left than him. Like, let me put it that way. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.